All right, welcome to my home. I'm Darren Dupont, and I am a television sports play-by-play broadcaster. I live just outside Toronto in the GTA in a city called Mississauga, Ontario, but I'm from Saskatchewan. I'm from the prairies. That's always home, going to be home. And I'm from actually a small town in Saskatchewan, less than 2,000 people, called Wynyard. It's the chicken capital of Canada, little known fact. And I make sure I tell people that too. So, yeah. What is your favorite sport to call? Primarily, I call hockey and football. That'd be one and two for me, interchangeably, my top two. But recently, I got to call curling. And I've been a curling fan for a long time. I've watched a ton of curling growing up with my nana and then my mom and now my fiance. And curling's interesting because it is very conversational, very low key, but there's still the big moments, a final rock in 10 to win the game, big shots throughout the game. So you still have those moments and those great calls. But hockey and football for me, if I had to pick one, probably hockey, just because I've been in the game longer my whole life. It was my first love, hockey. So for me, I guess hockey by a hair over football. Favorite road city. Favorite road city is LA, but I don't go to LA for work yet. I love Calgary when it comes to road trips because the 17th Ave coffee scene I really love. So I like that. But recently got a chance to work for USA Football and went to Charlotte, North Carolina. I think recency bias, but we had some great barbecue in Charlotte. So today, let's say Charlotte's my favorite road city. How did you get your start? Interesting. I went to university right out of high school, the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon, and didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was playing senior hockey still back home, and Darren Dupont, the late Dutchie, was a guest speaker at our sportsman's dinner, fundraising dinner. And people had said to me, "You've got the voice. You can, why don't you try broadcasting?" And I didn't think that was a job that you went in for, right? I thought you just had to be picked by God to, right place, right time. But I talked to Dutchie, found out he went to this school called Western Academy Broadcast College. We call it WABC. And they'll love that I'm saying W, not W. It's a school thing. Don Scott hopefully would be proud of that. But it was in Saskatoon. Didn't even know it existed. And it was right behind this club that we used to go party on the weekends. So I dropped out of school at Christmas, enrolled in broadcasting. And then I got offered my first job in the business in Prince Albert. I turned it down because I was trying to play football. I had gone to spring camp with the Regina Thunder and got invited back to main camp and looked like I had a spot on the team. I was excited. But I had tendonitis in my knees. I couldn't practice, and they cut me right before the preseason game. And I'm working at Dairy Queen. I just got cut. And 4 days later, I got a phone call from Mike Henschel. I had gone to school with him, broadcast school, and he had landed a morning show job at a new FM station in Kindersley. And he's like, "How's football going? Because we're looking for a play-by-play broadcaster for the Kindersley Clippers." And I thought of you. And are you interested? And I said, "Hey, I just got cut. This call couldn't have come at a better time." So the next week I was on the road to Rosetown and Kindersley. I met with Tia Daniels, the program director, met the coach, got the job, and I was in the business. What is my game day routine? I'm not a big routine guy. Look, I kind of fantasize about having a routine, waking up at 5 a.m. and having my coffee and working out and doing all these things, same thing day after day, and being very type A. That's just not who I am. And anybody who knows me will be like, yeah, not a routine guy, even though I kind of fantasize about being a routine guy. But game day starts, typically I wake up, I'll have coffee. I like to either visit a coffee shop or make a coffee at the hotel, and I go for a walk, get outside, maybe get a little exercise in. I eat very light on game day because I'm moving a lot. I'll revisit my boards, check out any notes, things like that. And then I like to get to the rink and to the football field very early. So 7 o'clock game, no later than 4:30. Typically it's more like 4 or 3:30, depending on the day. But I get to the facility, check over the notes, see if there's any changes, and then I get down to the field. we meet with the production staff, and then I like to visit with coaches, visit with team personnel, visit with other media, whoever's around, just be in the game. And then at about 10 minutes before we go to air, I like to put the headphones in, and I got 2 songs I like to listen to 10 minutes before I go to air, 2 songs, and then it's game time. I'm Darren Dupont. Thanks for stopping by and getting to know me.